TV. It was a fail. Like my audition was horrible, but somehow I got the job because of attitude. The guy who got the job got fired because he was talented but didn't have good attitude. So they were like, we saw raw talent during the auditions, let's get that guy, we'll train him. So they took a chance on me, trained me. I was not able to gain confidence in front of the camera. Then started out YouTubing. From YouTubing, people saw me, invited me for auditions for movies. And then from there, I became even bigger and better, and then also started to do other things that I was interested about. Look, from there, I just started, okay, from film, YouTube, from YouTube, theater. I just had time, because again, as a new actor, I realized that I wasn't getting called every freaking week or every month. So what I would do was, I would then share all my responsibilities. Okay, maybe this month is the peak period for acting. Next month, when I see something on road, I'll start entering other opportunities in other interests that I have. So I think that you can always do everything you want to do, but start with one first. That one will clear the pathway for other people to see other talents and make other get things rise to the table. So just start with one. Anyone, and be focused on it.
I think we are going to transition. Thank you so much for that. Oh, I did have one thing too. Do you guys know the phrase "a jack of all trades"? Master of none. Does anybody know the whole quote?
Yeah, right. The whole quote.
It's a
jack of all trades, but a master of none. Oftentimes is better than a master of none.
not none.
To his point, you have to start somewhere. You have to do something.
When I hear what you talk.
No, we don't hear him. Yes.
It's not as if you are not responsible. They know they hear you. So what he said was, jack of all trades, master of none. Is oftentimes better than what?
A master of
the
none.
master of none. That's the full quote. But our parents, or maybe it was colonial masters, only took half and told us jack of all trades, master of none. It's a big lie. So yeah.
Love y'all. That was amazing. Wasn't that good? Is this man phenomenal? Thank you all so much. So we're actually going to transition into the next day.
Right.
And to do that, I'm going to exit the stage. Thank you all so much for your time. I appreciate you. Truly love you. And I'll be outside. Please make sure to come up to me, have a talk. Thank you all.
What's up, guys? Put your hands together for yourselves. You guys are an awesome crowd. Thank you all so much for being here. So, like I said, the YouTube Black Future Insiders Lagos 2024 is about you guys. Making sure that, they can begin to groom the next big stars of YouTube. Who's the next big star of YouTube? Oh yes, I like it. So basically just a couple of more house rules in addition to what Adam said. So the exits of this hall are here, and also through that way. But we'll encourage you to please use any of these exits, and there are also entrances. And the restroom is basically that way. Just this door here, that's where the restroom is. You can of course get to the restroom there through those doors. There's a Wi-Fi in this place. Do you guys know?
Yes.
You didn't know there's Wi-Fi? Then what happened? Huh? You don't have smartphone.
We don't have phone.
You don't have the password. The password is YouTube Black. YTB. All caps.
I know, but I didn't connect.
Y
I didn't connect.
YouTube T. We're gonna form and build community here. How many of you have met new friends in this place? That's right. That's good. Please make sure you do more, connect more, and make sure you make use of all the opportunities. We're going to be quickly moving on to the next program. My name is Aka Nnani. I'm so sorry being rude. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Aka Nnani. You've heard a lot about
Where is Clara?
so there's no need for much. But I'm excited to be hosting with you guys. Of course, when we're doing the break and when the DJ is playing music, we can take pictures and connect and talk, okay? So we're just going to be moving on to the next segment of this real quick. We're going to be talking about gamifying the game. Gaming the game. Gaming the game is about, let me just break down. It's just about the algorithm. Somebody's going to be coming here to talk about how you can make the algorithm work for you. The strategy that you can use to make sure that you put your content and you harness it to share your content with the world. I mean, sometimes they will say, if you want your video to, the algorithm, if you want the algorithm to work, like. So everybody will say, please like my video if you're watching. Sometimes they'll say, no, it's share it. Before you even start, hello guys, welcome to my channel. Please share the video.
Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Felicity.
If you have more subscribers, you can the algorithm will break the brain. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.
Yeah,
all that one. And we don't even, so I mean some of those things are actually true, but again I think that the algorithm is more than that. And so somebody's going to be coming here to speak with you on that, and also you can ask questions with regards how you can use the algorithm or harness the power of the algorithm for your advantage. Mibaka is a senior strategic partner manager at YouTube, leading creative efforts in Nigeria and supporting top content creators and media companies across Sub-Saharan Africa. He also managed YouTube Black Voices Fund in Nigeria and Kenya and helped launch the first Creator Future Insiders program in Ghana. So this guy knows the African market and knows the African space very well. With experience at major tech and media companies like Facebook, PwC, and YouTube, Mibaka leverages his expertise in strategic management and digital media to shape Africa's creator economy. His mission is to amplify impactful stories and provide a platform for underrepresented talents to be seen and celebrated. Ladies and gentlemen, future YouTube stars, please, with a round of applause, welcome Mibaka.
No.
How's the first session? Was it good?
Yes.
Cool. So as Aka said, I feel like first of all, let's set some things. In life, I feel like there's things that we can control, and then there's things that we can't control, right? And the tricky thing with things that we can't control is that, especially when we care about those things, it's difficult, right? It's like you have to accept those things. And when I speak to a lot of creators and I hear them talk about YouTube algorithms, it's usually framed in that context of something that they just feel like they can't quite control, right? Which is a shame, because I work with so many different creators. I see the amount of effort and time and resources that they put into making their content. So for you to then feel like after putting in all that time that you post it on YouTube and you don't really have control over,
You now have only one view.
Is a shame. So for me today, my goal is to help us reframe that perception. So take us from thinking about the algorithm as something that we can't control. Thinking about it as actually, there's some things that we might not be able to control, but we can actually influence them. Right? So what are the things that we can do?
This thing is not tight. It keeps falling.
So that we can maximize our return on investment. Sound good?
Okay. I'm tired.
So before we do that, I wanted to test our knowledge, see where we're at in terms of what we actually know about the algorithm, and see maybe where we have some misconceptions about how it works and how it doesn't work, and so on and so forth. And so to do that, I'd like you to have you all connected to the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to play a little game. So take out your phones. I'd like you to scan the QR code this one is going to work, but the team is going to be getting another version on the screen. Okay, there we go. It's already showing. So everyone, get out your phone, scan the QR code. It should prompt you to add your link. So make sure you add your link.
Yay!
We get a round of applause for the winner.
This is Lara Savage. I said Lara Savage is in the group I am. One community like that. I don't even know if I should. Oh yeah, please help our Amara. The last one. Hey, good girl. Oh yeah, Nyemo high five. Nyemo high five. Nyemo high five. Congratulations. Well, where put that guy for? It's like a charger. No. Speaker with charger.
As you can imagine, creators, mental fatigue and mental health is a big thing right now. And so the YouTube did a study.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Does it actually affect their performance? And we found that actually that is not the case. That it should not affect your performance. But what can happen, right, is that think about it. If you're a viewer, if you're like a regular watcher of a YouTube channel, and this is why consistency can become important, right? Because people build a habit around watching your channel. So if I know, for example, that Titi Lara always posts videos on Monday at 5 p.m., then I become accustomed to logging on YouTube at that time and watching her content. But if she stops, maybe, you might not forget about her completely, but you fall out of that rhythm, and so it might take a bit of time for you to kind of get back into that when that content creator starts posting again, right? So that can happen, but generally speaking, the algorithm is not going to recommend your video any less than it would have before. And then for the thumbnail, what was the thumbnail?
But it works so. But it change, it works so. It works. When you change, it works.
Okay. So the question was changing your thumbnail and your title, does it re-rank your video within the algorithm, right? And how that works, and the answer was no, right? So how that works is, what can happen is that if you change your thumbnail or your title, people might start to respond differently to that new thumbnail or title. And the algorithm is designed to follow the behavior of the audience or the viewer, right? So let's say you improve the thumbnail or the title, you make it a bit more catchy or more relevant, and more people then start to click on it, and that improves your click-through rate, it improves the number of views that you get on the video, and so on and so forth. That can help improve your video performance. But the actual act of changing the thumbnail and the title is not re-ranking the video. It's more to do with how people are actually responding to that video.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yes.
Okay, so the $1 million question is how does the algorithm actually work, right? How does YouTube actually recommend videos on the platform? So let's talk about that today. So YouTube's recommendation system has two main goals, right? It's important to know what is the actual purpose, how is the system actually designed. So the first is that we want to show videos show the videos that people will love the most when they come on the platform. And the second is we want them to leave them satisfied so that they keep coming back to the platform. Short and simple. So we just want people to have a good experience. I want to show them videos that are most relevant to them and that they will enjoy on the platform. So that's the purpose of the YouTube algorithm. And so as you can imagine, our systems every day, they're learning from a number of different signals. So we look at, okay, what do people watch? What do they not watch? How long are they watching? Where are they watching? When do they watch? Are they liking the videos? Are they sharing them? Are they giving feedback through YouTube surveys and so on and so forth? And we then take that information and use that to personalize the experience of the audience.
Sure.
And so these signals, they might evolve, they might change over time, but again, the goal and the principle still remains the same. the goal is to try and understand the types of videos that people will like on the platform, and that will keep them satisfied so that they keep coming back. So you probably heard that the YouTube algorithm follows the audience, and it's true. And a lot of creators tend to think of YouTube videos as, or the algorithm as pushing out videos or promoting videos to viewers. But actually, I think a better way to think about it is YouTube, the algorithm actually pulling in videos, right, that are personalized to the individual viewer. And over time, each viewer will have a ranking of the videos and the channels that they watch the most, and then the algorithm will get a better sense for what are the types of videos that they enjoy, and the videos and on the same hand, videos that maybe that they don't enjoy as much as well. So there's three main factors, right, that generally contribute to how the YouTube recommendation system works, and we're going to look at each of them. But if you remember before, we spoke about things that are not within our control, but we also spoke about what are things that we can influence, what are things that we can directly influence as a creator. I'm also concerned about what you can directly influence to improve the performance of your videos. So out of these three different factors, so personalization, so what is a user's watch history, what are the videos that they watch, what are their interests, performance. So there'll be certain video performance indicators that the YouTube algorithm will look at. So, okay, have people clicked on the video? How appealing do they find it? How engaging do they find the video? Were they satisfied with the video? And then you have external factors. So seasonality, competition on the platform, topic interest, and so on and so forth. So out of these three major factors, which of these do you feel like you have the most control over, or the most ability to directly influence as a creator?
Personalization. The first one.
The first one?
Yes.
So what's the first one?
Yes, the first one.
External
Which
factor.
one?
External factor.
Okay, can we have any roaming rights? Maybe can someone say what the answer is and why they think that that's the bucket that they can influence the most? I think someone over there said the first one. Okay, that's one.
All right, thank you, Niga. I think the factor we can control mostly, from what I've seen recently, is performance. So it's a channel I currently manage, and from what I saw, we have around 1,000 comments. The likes are crazy. Views are like in thousands per hour. So what I see is people are making comments as the channel manager, you're liking, you're engaging in comments. People are saying in the comments that they love it, so they are satisfied. And then what happens is, very funny story, multiple channels are now taking on the same video and they are having crazy views. So it just goes to say that it's well appealing, the video is engaging, and people are satisfied to watch.
Thank you for that. Does anyone else have a different opinion?
Can I? Hi. So I think that you can control external factors. You can control the topic based on what people are talking about, what is trending, competition or what they're doing, and also the seasonality. So right now it is Christmas and we have Vlogmas and we have holiday week and all of that, so you can decide to tap into that. So that would be my answer.
Interesting. Thank you. And let's go maybe one more.
Okay, so for me, I feel it's the personalization on the watch history. Because if you are able to find out what people are watching, like for my niche now, I'm in the fitness niche. So I know that most people don't just go online and say how to do a pull-up. They are probably going online to say how can I lose weight or how can I make a smoothie. So because I know that this is what people are watching, so I go to Google, I try to search for something myself, and then I see recommendations. I know that, okay, this is what people are searching for, and this is what's probably in their watch history. So I'm using those topics to make my video. So to an extent, I feel like I can personalize my video to suit a viewer so that YouTube will find my video for that viewer. So I think it's the first one for me.
All right, thank you. I think those were all really good answers. Can we give a round of applause for all of them? So really, my answer is that the one that you can most directly influence. So we have a few examples of how your knowledge of some of these things. So I think someone mentioned maybe understanding what your competition is doing, understanding maybe the time of the year and how that. So having that knowledge, right, is good to understand how that can actually impact your videos. But the one that you have the most direct influence over is performance, right? And we'll talk about how that is the case, but what is important for you as you upload videos and like you look into your analytics and you try to understand how to improve your performance is there are certain video performance indicators, click-through rates, average view duration, watch time, you mentioned likes, comments, subscriptions. These are the things that as a creator, that's feedback for you, right, on the video performance that you can, and if you understand how you can tailor your video approach and your strategy on your videos to try and influence those metrics so that you can in turn improve the performance of your videos. So we'll talk about all of them, but the performance one is the one that I really want to focus on. So how does YouTube personalize video recommendations, right? So like we mentioned before, we look at videos that they've watched in the past, but we don't want to just keep showing people the same videos over and over again. So we also want to show them normal videos and videos that they might not necessarily know that they like, but they might be interested in watching. So what the algorithm will do, it will look at, okay, what videos are actually often watched together. So we'll say, okay, watchers of video A also tend to watch video B, and so on and so forth. And then we also just try to understand, okay, how much of the channel or a particular topic do they tend to watch. So like we said before, everyone, I'm sure all of us here will have, you might not know it, but we'll have a ranking of channels that we tend to watch more regularly than not. So
if I'm able to put to 1 hour, I will stop.
To then understand, okay, should I recommend more of this particular channel or more channels similar to this? So that's personalization.
Yeah.
But it's important to remember
But
that
at the same time too, I'll go and watch it.
Especially as a creator, it's like you might what you're making now, your audience 10 years from now, even 5 years from now might look very different. So it's important to keep up with, okay, what are their interests? Keep getting feedback from them. And how are those interests evolving over time? So I don't know if we have any gaming fans in here, but this is just like an example of how trends can change over a 5-year period. So you can see how, I think it was in 2015, 2016, a lot of people were like searching for Minecraft on YouTube, and then you saw over time that people then started to look at like search for Roblox, and then in 2017, Fortnite just took off, right? No one was looking for Fortnite like 2-3 years before, right? And then people then started looking for Fortnite on YouTube. So from a gamer's point of view, their audiences, their interest was shifting over time. Using a personal example, I think in 2016, I was watching more like The Breakfast Club, which is like an American entertainment podcast show. That was probably like the biggest music show on YouTube at the time. But now I'm watching more. I'm watching Koti, I'm watching Tyler, I'm watching Haka. And obviously, maybe I'm a bit biased because I actually work with those creators, but I'm actually genuinely interested in that type of content, right? And so it's just important to understand, okay, as you're creating your YouTube strategy, understanding that people's interests will change over time. And so what does that mean? I have to say, for every 10 videos, maybe one should just be testing something different. So 10% of your videos, try something different, try a new format, ask your audience for feedback, use the community tab, ask them to use pinned comments, ask them what they thought. Do research. There's tools like Google Trends, right, that will allow you to see some of like the graphs that you just saw before. So just keep on experimenting, never stay still. Just as you evolve, your audience will evolve as well. Okay, so remember I said that I really want to focus on performance, but let's talk a little bit about the external factors. So topic interest, competition, and seasonality. So it's important to just know that, for example, some topics naturally have a larger audience than others, right? So look, in the context of sports, we know football, this might even be outdated, but football is probably the most popular sport in the world right now. So naturally, if you're making videos about football, right, you have a wider pool of audience, but potentially to make videos about again, the question that will typically come
Okay,
after that
because
is,
of
okay, then maybe
Asian
should I
country,
maybe
Indians and
gamify
co.
and maybe try and really do videos about
An Arabic
no,
country.
the point is make videos and make your channel about a topic that truly resonates with you. Really focus on nurturing your community. But again, this is just to give you a context and understanding of how some of these external factors can impact, potential interest in the topic that you're talking about. The second thing is competition, right? So we saw, I think one of the questions before was about, what was it? Okay, if your click-through rates and your views are, something like if your channel is doing well, but the click-through rate is not quite well. I can't remember what it was, but it was basically trying to communicate that sometimes your video is doing well, right? It's actually performing well, but you're not uploading onto YouTube in a vacuum, right? People, if I'm going onto YouTube, you can imagine you go into your whole feed. I think it's always worth, I mean, obviously we're all creators here, but it's always, we're also viewers as well, we're also consumers of content. So you go onto YouTube, you go into your home feed, there's so many different thumbnails, there's so many different options, right? So you're not posting in a vacuum. And so competition, when someone comes onto the platform, they're having to make an active decision whether to click on your video or to click on someone else's. So sometimes you might do everything you can, but unfortunately, there's just so much competition on the platform that might be impacting your performance. And finally, seasonality. So someone touched on it before. During COVID, as you can imagine, more people were sick and more people had more time to watch YouTube. So we saw a significant increase in views on YouTube. Sometimes, again, it's important to know your audience, right? So for example, maybe if you appeal to people who go to school, you probably see that during the summer months, they're watching videos more frequently. Back to school, that might change. So really understanding your audience and how some of these trends might impact how your video might be seen is important. Another example is maybe, let's say if you're a cooking channel, you make videos about food recipes, you might see that actually maybe doing a video about how to bake Christmas cakes, that you might want to post that more around Christmas time to take advantage of more people who might be searching for that particular topic. And then the great thing about YouTube is that could actually live on, right, as evergreen content. And you know that every Christmas you might get more views around that video because people are looking for that particular topic. Okay, so how does our system actually look at video performance, right? So I like to, again, always think about it from the point of view of a viewer, right, and how they might experience watching the video. So YouTube wants to understand how appealing is this particular video to a given person. So did people actually choose the video? And so there'll be performance of the YouTube algorithm, whether people found that video appealing or not. So click-through rate, right? Someone sees your video and they clicked on it, so they find it appealing. Then we want to look at, okay, people clicked on it, but how engaging did they actually find that video, right? Remember we spoke about what is the actual purpose of the algorithm. We want people to actually enjoy the experience of the platform. So we looked at, okay, how long did they watch for? What was the average percentage view of the of the video that they actually watched? What is the average view duration, and so on and so forth? And satisfaction. Did people like the video? Did they subscribe? Did they share it with their friends? Did they complete a survey afterwards to say, okay, we actually really enjoyed this video, and so on and so forth? So for me, this is a view that if anything, I feel like I could take out all the other slides in this presentation and just use this to explain how the algorithm works, right? Think about when you're uploading that you can implement the click-through rate of your video. Because I don't want to know, what's the thing, if you're changing something about your video strategy, you want to improve your video performance, what can you do to improve the click-through rate on your video? Thumbnails? Okay. Title? Okay. So broadly speaking, it's thumbnails and titles, right? And let's say topic, but that's the same thing as title, right? So thumbnails and titles. So that's within your control, right? Because that's what we want to focus on. So you want to think, okay, am I using my thumbnail? I will talk a little bit about thumbnails and titles later, just as an example. But that's what's within your control. Then we go to engagement. We talk about watch time hours, views, average view duration. Okay, I'm a viewer, click through. the first 30 seconds is so important, right? The introduction of the video, because that's when you go. I'm sure you've experienced the same where maybe you click up into a video, right? And maybe you didn't find, it wasn't quite what you expected it to be, and so you drop off. So YouTube is taking that into consideration to say, okay, maybe actually this person didn't find that video that engaging. So again, bringing it back as a creator, you're looking at that data to try and understand, okay, and you can find this data in your analytics, like how many people were watching beyond the first 30 seconds, right? So you want to directly say, okay, maybe at the beginning you will try and work on your thumbnails, people actually say, okay, how can I improve the quality of my introduction? How do I put people so that they want to keep watching? And so on and so forth. Then you then go again, you say, okay, how can I make this video more engaging? How do I make people want to watch all the way up to the end? How do I make people want to come back and maybe even watch the video again? How do I make people want to share, like, comment, subscribe? Like I said it before, a lot of people say, oh, like, comment, share, but they don't know why they're saying it. It's because these signals tell the algorithm that people actually enjoyed and were satisfied with their experience watching the video on the platform. That makes sense? Okay, so just very quickly, I wanted to talk to us a little bit about thumbnail test and compare. I don't know how many people have ever heard of this or actually used it before. But I see a show of hands if you've used it, if you've heard of thumbnail test and compare before. Okay, so not too many people, so it's good. So look, this is actually probably one of our most widely requested features on YouTube. So what is thumbnail test and compare? So thumbnail test and compare is what we call a concurrent A/B/C test, right? So I'm sure you've all experienced this before, where you make the variations of the same thumbnail, and ultimately you just have to choose one, right? And you hope that that thumbnail will actually do well for you. So a lot of creators were saying, actually, what if we could test maybe 1 to 2 to 3 different thumbnails and actually understand which thumbnail is actually performing best for my audience. So YouTube recently feature, I think it was launched at the beginning of this, to get real-time data that will actually tell you which thumbnails are better than the others. So typically when you can take anywhere from 2 hours to maybe a few days for you to get the results. But it's very simple to do. If you go into a YouTube studio, you can do it either for new videos or old videos, right? And when you go to thumbnails, there should be an option for you to create test and compare. And all you need to do is upload 3 thumbnails and then run the test and you get the results. So the main thing I wanted to stress about this, right, is like, okay, you're uploading 3 different thumbnails. You don't want to make those thumbnails so different that it's hard for you to then, when you get the results, that you don't know what was the actual thing that made one better than the other, right? But then you also don't want to make them so similar that the results of the test that then become inconclusive. So you want to isolate maybe 1 or 2 things in the thumbnail that will give you a clear indication of why it's performing better than another one. So for example, maybe in one video you have text, and another one you don't. And then maybe another one you just maybe change the emotion of the people that are in your video. So little tweaks like that you can control for, and then you understand, okay, and again, this is like many things, this is not a one-off. You know, it's more from doing this, using it regularly, and getting data over time that will start to help you understand what are the thumbnails that work best for you. So, quick question. So we're thinking about like thumbnail testing. What metric do you think will actually help you tell whether a thumbnail, from this particular thumbnail test and compare feature, which metric do you think will actually tell you which thumbnail performs the best?
The font style.
See, I'll click through it. Okay, he said the same thing. So click through it, right? Okay, retention of those that clicked on it. Okay, that was a good answer. So again, and click-through rate is not a bad answer either. That's what I would intuitively think, right? But what we actually look at, when you test it, you'll see, it will show you the winning thumbnail is based on what is the thumbnail that drove the most watch time, right? And really, it's because it goes back to what we said before, right? You just don't want people to click on your video and then that's it, right? You want the signal that we want of a high quality viewer that has clicked on your video is did they actually watch as much of the video as possible. So the team has decided that actually watch time is a better indicator of the thumbnail test and compare test than click-through rate. Okay, so just to conclude, the last thing I'll say is that analytics is your friend. Analytics is your friend. How many people actually actively use the YouTube studio and go into the analytics and so on? Okay, so a few people, some people so, but it is your friend. Don't be afraid of analytics. The team tries to make it as easy as possible. I mean, I know there's a lot of data in there, and a lot of creators always say, okay, I know where to start, I'm not good with numbers. But again, that's why I said, going back to the funnel that I showed before, simplify it. Think about what are the metrics that actually reflect the experience of the viewer.
The other images he popped up, right? I was training to look, but when he popped this one, it's so clear, and I'm like, that is one thing about the thumbnail. The font style, the color.
Just think about it very
and the background. If you use the wrong background color,
to attract more new viewers, or which topic is attracting more returning viewers, right? So you observe that, and then you say, okay, actually I realize that this topic is attracting a lot of returning viewers, and so the action that you then take is maybe I should create more of this content, maybe I should make this into a series, and so on and so forth. Or maybe you see on a particular video that when you use a call to action in your video, that usually contributes to more people subscribing to that video. So that one is more of a simple change. And you say, okay, I'm going to do more of that, so I can influence those metrics, the metrics that matter the most. So just to recap, if you take anything away from this presentation, is that the algorithm follows the audience, right? Always think from the perspective of the audience, the viewer, as a real person and how they experience the platform. The YouTube recommendation system is really focused on how do you maximize viewer satisfaction on the platform. Always keep experimenting, use YouTube analytics, understand what the data is telling you, test, and learn. And generally speaking, understand that over the course of the year, sometimes performance might be impacted by things that are outside of your control. So expect fluctuations in your performance and expect seasonality performance. But the goal is just to keep testing, keep learning, keep trying, and try and focus on the things that you can influence the most. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you.
thank you. You're so smart.
So we're going to have a bit of time for Q&A. I think we'll have enough time for maybe 3 to 4 questions. So can we please, if you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll bring it up to you.
All right, thank you very much. That was a beautiful presentation. Thank you. I really learned lots. Okay, so it's a practical experience I'm having. My shorts tend to get more views than my long play videos, even when it's the same topic. When it's about the same, I do everything right. But my shorts go into hundreds of thousands of views. But at times, some of my long play videos are 25 views. And I tend to put more effort into the long play videos, like cameras, lights, and all. So I want to know if it's something I'm doing wrong or how I can fix it. Thank you.
That's a good question. I heard a lot of people agree with that. I'd actually like to throw the question back to you. Why do you think that might be the case? When you think of the two different formats, you have short form content and you have long form content. Why do you think that one might attract more views than the other? So can you give it
Well, I didn't really place it because I started with long 10,000 and 2,000. And that took about 3 to 4 months, I think 2021. Then I came back. So I don't know. It was after that I started shorts. Anyway, so I don't know if that is related at all. But even then, like I said, I used to do like 5,000, 10,000 in my long form. But in recent times, in fact, I'm not motivated to do the long form because the game like that. So I just focus more on the shorts.
And the shorts paying you.
The short is not money there. The money I also, by the way, I think
It was monetized and was taken. No, but if you have plenty view, I had a view. I have one that had like 1 million. I think I had like $100 there.
For 1 million views, right?
Yeah,
Imagine
that's
you're
short.
having that 1 million on your long form.
Oh, forget it. Millions.
It will be a lot of
You know how much I will earn?
500 people watching a video. Again, so we all have ambitions to. It's quite a lot, right? So I want to say that, but to actually answer the question on shorts versus long form, they're different. Like in the same way that you mentioned that the amount of time and that you put into long form is more. Think about it from a viewer point of view. The amount of time and investment that you have to invest to watch a long form video is more than a short video. So it's a common trend where you see sometimes that creators actually see way more views on their shorts because they're just swiping, they're watching and so on and so forth. So I think that's more. It might not be necessarily a reflection of editing techniques that it could also just be.
You can't use the same editing techniques for short and long. Go.
Yeah.
Here. So I just want to, add to some of the things you said. Like, I think that, doing your shorts, has impact. Like, just because of the format of what it is, you've had to tweak on how you have to edit and some of the things you have to say. So maybe it's that you're going straight to the point in your shorts, it's punchy, no time lapse. Maybe you can replicate that in your long form. I also want to ask if you connect your shorts to your long form. You know how to do that?
Yes.
Do you do that? So try do it.
That's connecting
The shorts, link your shorts to the video it's from. Link it to a long form content, right? And you will see that you want more from your shorts to your long form. So those are two things. And then again, like thumbnails and titles. You're using the same thumbnails, strategies, and titles from
$10. Those kind of videos are one
so you have to go see what's constantly like.
So that more people come. Okay. Go to a preferred video.
Can get
More revenue. And it depends on where your audience are watching from. Yeah, right.
At the end of my show, we have the thumbnails of videos.
I've not uploaded for a long time. Since February, I've not uploaded. My channel was demonetized.
Who here knows how to link their shorts to a long? Okay, sir with the hat. What's your name? Didayo. Thank you, Didayo. Please connect with him and show him how to do it. So during the break, the two of you sit down and have lunch together. All right?
I can't.
Any other questions? Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Jenna Jones. So my question is something I have been practicing on my engagement. So I noticed when I upload longer videos, maybe 20 to 30 minutes videos, the engagement is like up to like 8 to 10 minutes. But if I should upload like a 15 minutes video, around 4 or 5 minutes they click out. And I don't know why. I still maintain the same. I still make it as fun as well as normal. They always do that. That's the question. So the second one is pictures, like 5, 6 pictures.
The question is, this is simple now. Stick to your style. Where do you want to sit? Your back, right? Sorry.
the title.
Our Amara.
Pictures, the way I position
Intelligent
them. Maybe
Amara.
I made it 5 here, I made it 4 here, I made it 3. And just see how it turns out. The one that has the 4 always do better. Well, I always like
Stick to that
one. Where I have like 5 pictures and 6 in there.
Stick to no, yeah. If you this person, what's his name?
The second question is, I mean, you're speaking about like having like different elements in your video. First of all, you're talking about another creator who does something similar and
You decide to copy.
There's a number of different factors as to why the video might be doing better, other than just
It's on maybe they are friends.
Maybe the platform was longer, maybe they built some audience affinity, maybe they have more subscribers, so that can all play into it. So generally speaking, I know it's hard, but try to avoid the
Comparison.
temptation to compare yourself to others.
Stick to what works for
But to
you.
your point about the actual thumbnails, I think you mentioned that you tend to have like different elements in the thumbnails, like maybe 4 to 5 different images, and you're wondering as to how you can what things that you can change to. I think generally speaking, maybe it might be worth testing other things, right? Like what is the emotion that's being conveyed in the thumbnail? Thinking about maybe even decluttering the thumbnail, right? Like maybe you have too many people in the video in the thumbnail, maybe having 1 or 2. Right? What is the engagement between your thumbnail and the title? How do they actually complement each other? There's a number of different things you can try and tweak to see how that impacts your performance. But like I said, it's an iterative process, right? It takes time. I'm using the feature multiple times.
Simple. Stick to what works for you.
The same thing and expecting a different result. And so what was the first question?
Okay, the first question was why do longer content? Like if I'm making a video, I make lifestyle content. So initially I used to leave my video within 12 to 15 minutes. And then I noticed that once I started creating content for like 25 minutes and more, the audience retention got way better. People watch the
Divide it
videos for like 10
into
minutes
two.
and still watching.
Do you understand what she's saying? Let's say you have a content of 25 minutes, you have a content of 15 minutes, and 15 minutes is giving you 4-5 minutes, right? 20 something minutes is giving you like divide that 20 something into 2. It's giving you half. You go back to the thing, which is still the same thing, only that she spend more time.
But you said also for a 10-minute video, people are watching 4 or 5. So it's the same percentage of time people are watching half of the video.
Yes.
I just feel like for a 15 there's much more. I don't know. But if I can watch like 10 inside of 20 or something.
Can we have another
I just feel like
question?
15 minutes I should be able to see what like 10 minutes like that. Since it's still like the same creator and you're still creating like almost the same thing.
Then another
You're
problem.
not like changing anything.
That question because
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I wouldn't get too caught up on the length of time of the video, to be honest.
yes.
What I would do is focus on and make the best possible, the most engaging video within that time, right? To maximize the retention. One trick that I would say where maybe video length can come into play is that we have different ad formats on YouTube. And typically speaking, on videos that are over 8 minutes, you have the opportunity for a visual at amount of time. It's 15 minutes, that's great. But try and understand from the analytics, from the audience back. So it's good that you're actually going to be looking at it, right? Why are they jumping on that particular
Where is your high? Where is your low?
Storytelling that people want to stay all the way to the end. What are the tips and little tricks and things that you do to encourage that audience to engage? Right? So traditional storytelling are you have a setup, in the middle we then have some sort of
What were you doing?
I live stream.
It's okay. It's the time. It's your time.
Like now I'm looking, I'll just see one
And they'll come and drop.
or 2 of the time. It's very important. It's one thing I had to pay attention to.
It's your time.
You see people.
And once they're all over the world.
And those ones that come out of Africa, they stay till the end. they just engage. I'm like, oh god, you guys should stay in the group.
Taking break off YouTube is not going to affect your channel.
It does.
Okay, you are posting videos regularly, you watch a lot.
It does.
But
Huh?
say you don't go for 2 weeks.
It does.
How are you going to go?
The only way it will affect is that if you have audience, like you have grown and your audience are very, very engaging. So when you are away, they will be waiting. So immediately you drop.
If you drop, they will run.
No,
They will not know your timing again.
no, if you have plenty,
Recommendation system that is then suddenly not recommending your videos as much as not. So that's important, right? So your videos will still be shown, but again, the algorithm follows the audience. So if people, to your point, if you are in a rhythm of uploading content and then suddenly you stop, maybe people kind of just build a habit around watching another channel, or it will take them a bit of time to kind of get back into that. So that can impact your performance. But like I said, I mean, everyone, it's easy to say, but your mental health and your well-being is the most important. So you shouldn't feel like you have to be posting every day and keep that up at the detriment of
To be posted.
the algorithm itself is not designed to not favor you for taking those goals. But again, it's just more of a reflection of audience.
did Tinubu get to wait? So Tinubu enter YouTube pocket. Why they not giving us food?
So we'll go and break for them to do that.
I think that's all we have for this session. Thank you all for listening.
These guys, their hands have been off since.
If you have any questions in the break, you know it's fine. Come find me, talk to Adam, and talk to each other as well. And thank you.
I'm not going for break now.
Please put your hands together for me, Baka! Did you guys enjoy that? Have you learned a lot? I was gonna ask a couple of questions, about what you learned, but I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna do something a bit
Established
conventional
1988.
while we go on a DJ break. I saw a couple of people, were like, I don't know what analytics is. I cannot do it. Please, if you don't know how to get to your analytics or you don't know how to check it out, can I see your hands? You don't know what it means, you don't know how to interpret. My dear, there's no shame, come. There's no shame. Please put your hands together for her. We are here to help each other, right? Oh yeah, who else? I saw how. I saw you were like, you, come out.
I know this.
If you know you don't know how to
her-
check what your
her channel.
analysis is about, you don't know how to interpret, you need help with that, please. Hands, come. It's fine, no shame in the game. If you know you understand analytics, can I see your hands up?
Amara. Oh yeah,
Tusi.
now.
I know say you sound.
Intelligent Amara.
Your hair looks like that's where all the YouTube knowledge come. Oh yeah, can I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who know? Please join me, sir. Join us. Come out, please. Please put your hands together for them. If you know you can show people how to do it, just come. I need 2 more people. So just pair. Yes, pair with
When I don't find
one
girlfriend.
each and just show them. DJ, you can please give us music. All right. So you guys can have fun. Again, take this time to connect with each other. If you need to use the restroom, use the restroom. Take photos. There are, a couple of things at the back there. Go use some of those spaces to create content. But again, have fun. Build community, guys. All right. See you guys shortly.
Take your music then.